Welcome to another Idleon video. Remember to like, share and subscribe, it helps the channel to grow. Now today we're going to be looking at the new battle feature that's been unveiled in World 2 and just how it works and what you can sort of gain from it. Some of this is information that's been on Discord, so you may see some of it, but let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is how the battle actually works. In essence, there's kind of three things you can do in any given turn. One of them is buff. What this does is it increases your damage output. They usually have some sort of caveat with them or clause. So it might be if you choose this buff, you can only use 3 more buffs for the map for the rest of this turn before it resets. Okay. Another one is attack. What this does is damage. All right. And the third one is miscellaneous. Now what this tends to do is give trophies, and it can give you passive buffs for the week. Okay, this battle system resets once a week. Remember those miscellaneous ones, if they do have a stat buff that will reset next week, well, whenever your weekly reset is, this can be hard to track. I say your weekly reset, it actually works on the universal weekly reset, which for me is on Thursday, I think. I'll have to double check. So that's your main concept. You've got 3 kind of things to do. Now, from what people have said, and from what I've witnessed inside my guild, the thing you want to be doing is buffing up until your final attack and then attacking. Alright, if you get big enough buffs, you'll be able to one-hit KO all 5 bosses in a row. Lava has said that with a specific combination you can hit over 1,000,000 damage, so it's out there. We know this can be done. I've got a member of the guild who posted, I think they did 2.7 million damage, so that's how it works. Now, another interesting thing about this is that the amount of damage you do and the buffs you get scale off of a stat each week. So each week it will change, which means you kind of need all round on all of your stats to get the best damage possible. Another thing to note about this boss is that it changes once per week. Okay, this doesn't mean you can only fight it once a week. It actually respawns every day, unless you've been hit with the known bug. I do, which means it doesn't spawn in, and I don't know if it's going to spawn in on a new week, which means I haven't had a chance to actually test different strategies. But in essence, if you were to choose the first option, every day of the week, you would always get the same next choice. Okay, so there are only a certain number of options to choose. If you want to help me figure out what the optimal option is every week, and we put a video out on it, let me know. Okay, if you're interested in that sort of thing, we can see what we can do. Okay, so the reward shop. This is kind of interesting, and we're not sure how it's going to work out. But Lava has mentioned that the rewards will be on a rotation each week, and it will change depending on what week we're in as to what you're kind of seeing. For this week, we've got 2 UIs. What this UI does is it changes your little taskbar along the bottom. I've got an example of it that I can put up there. And the other things we've got are statues and golden food. Now the statues drop in 1,000, okay? This is quite significant depending on which statues come in here, because if the Ka-Chow statue appears, we already know they're hard to come by. Getting 1,000 of those might be worthwhile. One of the other things Lava has said though is that there would be a name tag and a stamp. Okay, so we don't know what exactly is going to be in the shop, but those could be some big buffs depending upon what stats they have, and it's always a nice new interesting way to unlock stuff. The only thing with this system is it is weekly, so I can see it getting kind of annoying like the chip system if you happen to miss one of the weeks or not be playing at that point. Otherwise, I quite like this system because you can earn everything. There isn't really a, well, saying that, there is in the shop you can buy trophies, but generally you've got to earn the trophies. Now, I said earlier about buffing and then killing. That works. However, there are some options during it that will give you chance to earn extra trophies, miscellaneous bonuses. Now, remember I said earlier that there are certain buffs which when you pick them will then give you the chance to reset your run. If, for example, you were to pick up one of these buffs, get as many miscellaneous bonuses as you can, and then hit those 3 buffs to reset your trial and go back to the beginning, you get to keep your miscellaneous bonuses. So what you may want to look to do, depending on how confident you're feeling, is actually try and hit as many miscellaneous bonuses as you can, hit a reset, and then try and do your damage. That way you're going to maximise your trophies, which means more unlocks. And again, if they start dropping valuable statues, this may be super important. Okay, that's all the information I've got for you today. Quite a short one. But if you found this useful in any way, shape or form, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. Until next time, you've been amazing. Take care.